So let's get started. This is a 2018 Toyota Corolla. I bought it sight unseen. It does start. It does not move for some reason. It's missing the radiator, condenser, and the fans. Let's see if we could crank it over and get it started. It is nasty and filthy. It smells like salt and pepper. If you guys know what type of people use that, but let's see if it starts. Starts right up. No issues. Obviously, it is a Toyota. I do have some parts in the vehicle already. So right here, I did paint the bumper. I painted the bumper, the hood, the fender, just to get it going before I even tore it down and it did the radiator, condenser, and all that good stuff. This Corolla does only have 70,000 miles. I ended up paying about 4,100. That does not include any parts, paint or clear or anything like that. So let's check it out. So let's check out the parts. I did get, some dirt specs. I did get a run. I don't have a paint booth, so I do the best that I can with what I got since, I'm barely starting out. The hood looks pretty good. I think I'm actually just going to leave it like that. No cut and buff. So here she is. Have not even worked on it, touched it at all. I did get the hood, new hinges, and the upper tie bar. You guys will see in a minute once I get working on it. But let's go. In order to swap out the left hinge, I do have to unbolt this fender. And you guys are gonna see right now it kind of fell and tipped over, but it is what it is. I'll buff it later. So I am gonna attempt to take this hood off by myself. It is a really light hood, but sometimes it gets complicated. So let's see if I could do it. Comment below if you guys think I drop it or something. You can see the fender right here. I'll give it a second. And there it goes. No! So it looks like I got some light scuffs. I'm hoping I'm able to buff it. I guess we'll find out towards the end, but nothing too bad, I guess. These are the new hinges, and I actually kind of forgot to paint them, but they are a primer black, so I think I'm just gonna leave them. Don't judge me. So this was the issue here. I actually have to switch over this fuse box right here because there is a big fuse that actually runs the alternator. It got blown from the accident, but it's a pain in the butt to swap out. It is time consuming, but you can see right there that wire on the alternator, the radiator, the condensers hit against it and it causes a short. Burning out that fuse, and that fuse is I think it was like 120 amp fuse, which is a heavy duty because when I looked at it and got it, it actually bolts on. It does not, you can't just clip it in there like any other regular fuse. So I'm gonna start squaring up this front end. This left part of the core support, I forget what it's called, but it's a little dented, and in all reality you should actually swap this out, but it is a welded on piece, so I'm gonna straighten it as best as I can. I am gonna replace the upper tire bar because that is gonna help me square up the front end, and I'm gonna do that before I install the radiator, condenser, and all that good stuff because it'll be in the way. Hey, tell the estimator I'm gonna need some floor pulls right here. I gotta pull this right apron. Looks like it was pushed out from the accident. So I'm trying to straighten it as best as I can with what I got with this hustler stick. I'm gonna leave you guys the link on the bio. Also, this is the new tie bar. I actually did forget to paint it as well, which honestly I think I'm just gonna leave it as is because it is black anyway, and it is not exposed, to the elements, so it should be fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. But I cannot even get it out of the bag. So let's slap it on and see where we're at, see where we need to make adjustments. Looks like this right side, one of the bolts lines up, and this one looks like I pulled it in too much. It's okay. We could always go back and adjust it. This is why I bought the new one. It looks like the lower bolt didn't line up, so I gotta make some tweaks on it, so I could be able to install the tie bar. And it's important to do the tie bar first because that'll line up with the hood. Once you got those aligned, then you could measure your fenders. Once your fenders are on, once your gaps are good, everything else will fit, which includes the headlights, the bumper, and all that good stuff. So I lined up the left fender, the left headlight, and I'm gonna install the right fender. It looks like the right fender was the one that took the most damage. These little mount tabs, these mount points, I gotta straighten them out. That way the new fender could bolt on and line up correctly. This is how I do it. A lot of people do it different. They could tell you that I'm doing it wrong or whatever, but this is how you do it. I got the new radiator, the new condenser, and the new fan assembly. I actually just bought the shroud and I used the OEM fan, the OEM motor, and the OEM module, controller, computer, whatever you want to call it. So let's install it and hopefully it fits and it goes as it should. Para continuar de armar. Okay, so everything's on right now. I'm trying to line everything up. This driver headlight looks like it's a little in. So I gotta tweak it a little bit, make some adjustments to make sure it lines up at night. I'm gonna install the impact bar just to keep on going. This thing does take some time. Took me a couple days, obviously. But you guys, anyone could get a project like this. I enjoyed it. I love doing what I do, which is rebuilding vehicles. Ahí está. Quedó. So vamos a apretar. So this is the first time trying to put the bumper on. Let's see if it lines up. It's a little bit harder by myself, obviously, but I don't have anybody right now at the moment. So I'm gonna do my best and hopefully I don't scratch or damage anything. So I was able to put the bumper on. As you guys can see, a lot of these parts are aftermarket, which obviously this is a budget build, to save some money. Um, I guess everybody has their preference on OEM. Like, there obviously there's a clear run, but here on this bumper, it doesn't line up with the headlight, which is just a clip, a grommet. Every other bolt hole did line up, so the most important one is that center one. But a lot of people are picky. I'm not really picky. As long as it drives and it's reliable, I'm okay with that. So I'm filling up the radiator here, making sure there's no leaks. I love this thing right here. It ensures that there's no air in the system. So I know that once I'm done, I'm not gonna overheat because there's no air pockets, in the lines or whatever. I got my coolant right here. I'm using, I believe it was Xerox for Toyota, Scion, and Lexus. This one's pink. Sometimes they're red. I don't know. You guys can use whatever you guys are using. I do use the SuperTech here and there. Comment below, guys, and let me know what brand you guys like to use. Are you picky? I don't know if I'm picky or not. Sometimes I guess depends on what's on sale or not. But usually I try to use, like Mobile One, Xerox, or what is the other one? Prestone, ProStone, whatever. But I don't know. They all, as long as it works, I guess. All right, guys, all said and done. Total dollar amount spent was $6,600. Let me know if you guys think it's worth it. If I'll be able to make a profit on it. I'm thinking of listing it for about 89 or 85. See what I get. Comment below, guys. Let me know what kind of projects you guys like buying. Is there a particular brand you like, or certain mileage you like to stay below? And if you like it, share and subscribe. And let me know you guys like the video, and I'll continue uploading. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.